Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, as you know, mercury exposure can have significant harmful effects on kids, including permanent cognitive deficits, lowered IQ, poor memory, language delays. During your career as an environmental lawyer, you brought lawsuits targeting coal-burning utilities, specifically over their mercury emissions. When President Trump tried to roll back mercury wastewater rule during his first term, you went to the EPA's own public hearing to fight it, warning that allowing more power plant pollution into waterways would poison people through mercury-contaminated fish, a problem you said you experienced personally. You said at the time, and I'm quoting you directly, "It's really troublesome for those of us who will suffer from your irresponsibility." Given your long history of advocacy on this issue, do you still believe, as you've argued for decades, that mercury emissions from coal plants harm kids?
I do.
Terrific. In February of this year, the Trump administration finalized the repeal of the mercury and air toxic standards. As a result, coal-burning power plants are now allowed to emit more than twice as much mercury as they were before. Just last week, the Trump administration proposed to weaken a rule that monitors and protects groundwater from coal ash, a waste product that contains heavy metals like mercury and lead. How are these actions consistent with your agenda to make our children healthy again?
Those are actions that are not taken by my agency, and I am not familiar with exactly what's happening at EPA, so I would have to ask Lee Zeldin about that.
This has been a major news story. You're the Secretary of Health and Human Services. You made a career out of fighting mercury pollution. Are you telling me that you don't have an opinion about this mercury rule?
Well, I don't think any mercury is good, and that's one of the reasons we're holding up the Gavi grants, because they're giving mercury vaccines that are banned in Europe and the United States.
Mr. Secretary, I
161 million
stay
kids
focused
in
on this
Africa.
mercury rule. This is your administration making this decision. Are you critical of it? Why have you stayed silent on this?
You should call Lee Zeldin here and ask him about those. That's not in my. I have a $2.3 trillion agency. I've got
Secretary,
my.
you had in your testimony, you wrote an entire report.
I was not part of the hearings. I was not part of that decision. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know anything about it.
It sounds like pretty convenient amnesia to me, because you wrote a report where you talked about the damage of toxic air and water pollution.
Mercury is absolutely, it's the most powerful neurotoxin that we know of in the universe.
So why are you working for an administration that is doubling the amount of mercury pollution in our air and water?
I am running HHS, and I'm ending the chronic disease epidemic.
I think it sounds like
Which
an
is
awful
what
lot.
President Trump wants, and I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know anything about it.
Well, I think that's very convenient for you, and it shows a significant degree of cowardice. It's not just mercury. President Trump in July 2025 granted 50 chemical plants.
Why don't you ask me something that I'm in charge of instead of other things?
Are you not in charge of healthcare and human services?
Yeah, HHS.
And you wrote a report about how we want to make sure that our kids.
What you're
drink
asking me
clean
about
water
is
and
not a
have healthy
decision
air.
that's being made by my agency. Why don't you ask me about something, and I won't ask you about something that's happening in the United States Senate.
Sir, I'm happy to talk about what's going on in the United States Senate. I'd be happy to talk about the damages that mercury pollution did. I think it's pretty disturbing.
I'm telling you what I know, which is mercury is a toxin. We should be minimizing the exposures to that in the environment. I don't know anything about the particular. Running this agency is a big job, and it's pretty consuming.
Well,
So I don't get into what the other agencies are doing.
I think this sounds like a pretty simple story to
Why
me.
don't you ask me something that's happening in my agency?
I think
Why
if
don't you
your
ask
goal-
me about a decision that I've made?
you wrote a report. You wrote a report talking about what we need to do to make our kids healthy.
I've admitted it. You're talking in circles. I've said
I think it's pretty disturbing to me that you don't want to talk about a doubling of mercury
I don't want to
pollution.
talk about.
You've spent a career about this.
I don't want to talk about a regulation or a policy that I don't know anything about.
Well, I hope you learn about it, because this is a big deal, and you spent your entire career advocating to lower mercury pollution, which I think is really admirable.
Let me
in this
just say, I think
administration.
y'all are talking over each other. You definitely, the Secretary has acknowledged he has some issues about that, but obviously he cannot speak to the EPA. So y'all are both really agreeing, but won't agree. So,
Well,
so-
let me close, Mr.
Yeah,
Chair.
but we did that in partner because we run ARPA. So that, for me, was a decision that I had something to do with. I don't have anything, and I can tell you this. President Trump, when he gave me this job, he made a condition precedent, and he was very open about it. He said, I want you to stay away from energy policy. And I agreed to do that. So I don't comment on energy policy. I comment and work. I've got enough to do in my agency to
This
make
isn't an
Americans
energy issue,
healthy
sir.
again.
This is a healthcare issue. And just in closing, I think this sounds like a pretty simple story to me. An administration that took $219 million from the oil and gas industry in 2024, and in exchange, doubled the amount of mercury pollution in our air and water. And so what I don't understand is how you can spend your entire career talking about this issue, and then the first minute that you get power to do something about it, you take off the mask and become an apologist for an administration that is increasing
That's
mercury
just
more
a
than
total
any other in history.
mischaracterization. I'm shocked that you'd come to this meeting and not have a single question to ask me about my agency.
I had plenty of questions, sir.
Well, go ahead.
Whether
and
you want to
ask them,
answer
'cause
them.
All
I
right,
can
we're
answer
good. Time has expired, Mr. Moore.